every resident in Evansville needs safe, clean, reliable water. There's been a tremendous amount of work been done prior to our administration coming in about what do we do, whether that's build a new treatment plant or go an alternative route. And what you're going to hear about today in a little bit more detail is an alternative route. We've pivoted to what we believe is going to be a more cost-effective strategy and plan to provide safe, reliable, affordable water supply and system for something that ultimately, hopefully, will protect our ratepayers and minimize future rate increases.
Tomorrow we'll be taking a project plan to our board. We'll be seeking the board's approval for a contract with an engineering firm to design a groundwater treatment plant and a well field to serve the city. Historically, Evansville has always used river water, and the cost of treating river water has gone up over time as we've started looking at completely renovating our water supply system. The original idea was to replace the entire plant, which proved to be too costly. So we looked at renovating portions of the old plant. Our old plant actually has two plants. There's a north plant and a south plant. The north plant is much older, and that was the one that really needs to be replaced. We would renovate the south plant and then build a new north plant, was the plan we were exploring. As we were going through that, we started looking into the possibility of pumping groundwater from the alluvial aquifer that lies along the river here. The reason for this is that groundwater is a lot cheaper to produce than surface water. Groundwater plants are smaller and take less infrastructure. But more importantly, the whole water industry these days is faced with a new series of contaminants called PFAS. PFAS stands for per and polyfluoroalkyl substances. That's hard to say. But basically, it's a bunch of chemicals that are organic chemicals with fluorine replacing hydrogens in lots of places. So these chemicals have proven to be suspected carcinogens, in some cases confirmed carcinogens, and we're now facing regulatory limits on 2 of those species. Our measurements of those concentrations from the river water are not in violation of the standards, which is great news, but high enough that in the future, if the limits come down, or if there's a major spill upstream that comes downstream, that we could get into a situation where it would be much more costly. So when we look at building a surface water plant that might cost $250 million, we might have to spend another $100 million on capital costs to build treatment into that system, which would require another rate case. The other thing is that in order to pay for that $250 million project that we were looking at, we had to suspend a bunch of improvements to our distribution system and water main replacements. So we suspended those projects, and as we started looking at groundwater, we believe that the cost of the groundwater plant will be small enough that we can restore those projects, which would be great for us in the future. Again, we don't want to have to do another rate case in order to pay for those distribution system improvements. So we think we got a really good plan. We estimate that construction of this, we've already started a $50 million renovation of that south plant that can be renovated. We estimate that the cost of adding the groundwater blending option will save about $100 million compared to building another surface water plant. So in short, that's a long way of being short, but in short, we think this puts us in a place where we're going to save our ratepayers a lot of money over time. It will delay future rate increases, and it will allow us to pursue the system improvements that we really need.